another patio hour. It's a lovely Tuesday, seniors' last day of school. Congratulations to those seniors who will be walking June 1st. I'll be there with the band to play you guys off. It's gonna be a great night. I've been to every graduation. It's a pretty great event. Tyler will be here soon. He is temporarily indisposed. Our first topic is we're going to talk a little about the people who put Confederate flags on their vehicular transport.
Well, why would someone put a Confederate flag on their vehicular transport is the question to ask. Do they want attention? Do they really want to make a point? Are they political? Do they stand for the same things that the Confederates stood for? Do the people that put up those flags on their trucks know what the Confederates stood for and why they stood for it and all the politics that were going on at the time?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. But, I mean, we'll have to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what we should do? We should get one of those people on the show. Patio 727 listeners, if you know any friends that put trucks on their flags, then give us an email.
And we'll do an interview and get to the bottom of it.
We'll get to the very bottom of it, the rock bottom. I'd also like to comment on this year's seniors prank. I didn't see any effort at all.
I know. It was, let's give a rundown of the senior pranks. Freshman year, no, I don't remember if they did anything.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think they did because I remember my buddy Blakey was a senior when I was a freshman, and he said, I think I asked him, and he said that they were like threatened heavily with law enforcement or some bullshit like that, so they didn't do one. Last year, it wasn't that great, but it was pretty enjoyable. They just greased the hell. If you don't go to Gulf High School, the primary transport upstairs to get upstairs is this giant ramp situated in the middle of the school, and it's I'm not really sure like the design of the school of like why they thought a ramp was the best course of action.
Well, I mean, it's pretty wide. It's got a wide load, so you can get a lot of people. Stairs are probably more hazardous. Trying to get like 500 people from one level to the other level. But yeah, I'm pretty sure where Nathan was going. I mean, I don't remember, but I think he was going to say that they greased the hell out of this giant ramp that everyone has to pretty much use. I mean, you can bypass the ramp, but I mean it's fairly centralized. You don't really get away from it. Yeah, so they thought they were funny. They greased up the ramp. That was their year's seniors break.
And it was all right. I mean, it did cause a little bit of a transportation hazard, and it was just a goofy end of the day thing. I would have gone farther, but in terms of what I have to compare it to, it was all right. This year, what they did was they just I guess snuck into school early and just repeatedly wrote seniors in 2012 all over the campus in chalk and maybe like a little paint, and pretty lame, not a lot of originality, creativity. Didn't really hold up anything. Didn't really make a point.
Well, make a point. I was in my second period class today. I heard from one of the teachers who's pretty knowledgeable on what's going on, that for several years now the senior pranks have been orchestrated.
Yeah, I've heard that they've been approved by the
with
administrative
coordination. And I mean,
for those of you upcoming seniors, this is contrary to the point of a senior prank.
Yes.
Yeah, and they also they did something else. So they played like music on the intercom in like the last 3 minutes of class or something.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, it was some, I don't know, I don't even know what they played, but it Although that really served to do was piss off Miss Stojanovsky, so I enjoyed it. But yeah, next year I hope I'm hoping that our class will outdo them. Oh, you know what I think they did my freshman year is I think they blocked off the car. They blocked off the parking lots, with their cars, and I think it resulted in Miss Peak getting in an accident. So hilarious, but no, a little on the lame side.
That's probably why they've been coordinated since.
You know what? That's probably true.
Next subject: superheroes and their respective mediums. So, Avengers.
You mean like medium, like comic versus movie, or
yeah? I mean, we could just get. You want to get into the subject? I don't know much about it, but
no, they do.
Sure
everything that I would say, I would be talking either like out of something I've read in like comic books ages ago, or off Wikipedia, or off like my own heavily diluted background knowledge. But
so this is probably not a good subject for Patio 727.
No, because we talk out of our asses all the time, so it's a great subject for Patio 727.
Let's do it. The Avengers.
The Avengers.
Freaking hated it.
I can't wait.
The people that sat next to me would not stop
oh
gawking.
My god! Don't even go over the experience.
At the Hollywood superhero mystique. It was the most obnoxious experience I've ever had in my entire life. I hope if you end up seeing the Avengers, you have a better time, because, I mean, quite frankly, this was like fourth layer of hell.
I'm not sure how it's possible that I have not seen the Avengers yet, but I, for one, cannot wait. I'm so pumped. I love superhero movies. I love superheroes. I love everything about them. Tyler really doesn't know what he's talking about.
I've never saw the Avengers. That story was fabricated.
What?
I don't go to the movie theaters.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask after when you saw it, and how come you didn't tell me about it? Yeah. I can't wait. Yeah, let's talk about superhero movies. I have this conversation, I feel like, on a monthly basis about superhero movies, but I still love to talk about them. Spider-Man is probably like, I don't know if he's my favorite superhero, but he's like always that second slot, you know, it's like he's always there for me, you know, as a favorite, and then the first is like probably pretty rotating.
Yeah, well, if there were one superhero that I could be, it would probably be Spider-Man. It was always those ridiculous, like the scenes where he was just swinging, you know, on the high rises.
Yeah.
With his, that sold it for me, honestly.
Plus the video game, doing that in the video game was almost as satisfying as doing it in real life.
I could see. What did they have you press X to launch?
Yeah,
the web?
it was X to launch, and then X to swing, and then X to release.
Yeah, I figured it'd all be the same button because you can't really do any variations on the move.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Can you talk into the mic more? I'm not sure if you're coming across.
I am coming in.
There you go. You're good now.
Pretty well at the moment.
But yeah, Spider-Man's great. Mediums of Spider-Man. Of course, there's the comic, which I've only read sections of it. So I'm not going to talk about that.
I want to talk about habits or mannerisms that you pick up from other people.
I was going to continue with the whole Spider-Man thing.
Okay, we can talk about Tobey Maguire. That's fine.
Well, that's the thing. Is the recent Spider-Man trilogy by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, is probably one of the most solid adaptations, I would say. The first one was great. The second one was great. Third one, a lot of complaints about the third one. Comparisons to X3, the third X-Men movie, which I don't think are fair, considering the third X-Men movie, possibly the worst movie ever made. But yeah, I enjoyed the third one. I don't think it wasn't as good as the other two, but it was pretty good. They just did a little too much with it. I think some of the lower intellects had trouble following all the different plot lines.
On a Spider-Man movie?
Hey man.
Are you kidding?
I liked it, and I was
Mary
hoping
Jane.
for either a conclusion on the trilogy, or like Spider-Man 3 was the last Spider-Man, or like Spider-Man 4 maybe. Who knows? But
Wait, what was her name?
Mary Jane.
It was Mary Jane.
Yeah. But no, this summer they're coming out with the Amazing Spider-Man, a reboot. What is it? The last one was made in like 2007, and they're completely rebooting the franchise with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Which
Andrew Garfield, never heard of him. Up and coming, hopefully, probably not.
he was in The Social Network and Sorcerer's Apprentice. He's a likable guy, but Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, not his dumb British ass. I'll tell you that much. And like,
Oh, he's British?
yeah.
A British Spider-Man?
Well, he's gonna be American in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's got the accent down?
Yeah, and like I was everything I read about the new Spider-Man movie makes me want to see it, but I will not see it on principle because I love the first one so much, and it's
Makes you want
it's
to
too
see
soon.
it? What makes you want to see it?
I just keep reading about like how they're gonna make it different from the original series and things they're gonna try and change up, and like how they're gonna be truer to the comic books in some aspects and farther from them in other aspects.
That's the same old bullshit you always hear.
Yeah, I know, but like it's some of it sounds pretty interesting.
But I mean that kind of hype. Oh no, it stays to the comic books, but it changes in a little bit. I mean that's just another way of saying I mean it's a ripoff of the old Spider-Man, but it changes.
But yeah, well they're changing like some background stories. They're keeping some characters. They're changing some characters, and they're saying the big difference is the Spider-Man of the the Tobey Maguire was a nerdy Peter Parker, where this is going to be like a dark, conflicted teenager Peter Parker. So it's the Spider-Man for the Twilight ages. But I don't know. I'll have to see what people are saying when it comes out. I don't think I'm going to see it. But I did realize what sort of brought me a little bit more around from completely hating it is I read that if the studio that makes the Spider-Man movies does not continue to make the Spider-Man movies, like if they stop making Spider-Man movies, the rights go back to Marvel, and they can sell them to whoever. So, even when Spider-Man 3 was done, and they're still thinking about doing a Spider-Man 4, they also had a backup reboot plan. So they do have to keep making them, I guess, if they want to keep the rights. I don't know. I'm not.
They have to keep making more Spider-Mans. I need more Spider-Mans.
Oh, and then another thing is what they were going to do to completely change it up is they were thinking about making Spider-Man black, and they were thinking about doing, I think, Donald Glover. I would have loved that. I love Donald Glover. I think Black Spider-Man would have been an interesting change-up, but half the people were so enraged, and then half were for it. So they just went with.
None of them should actually be concerned.
They went with British Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm not really concerned about Spider-Man this summer. I'm not even that concerned about the Avengers. As you can tell, I still haven't seen it yet. So I look forward to it, but not that big a deal. All I'm really concerned about is The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises. When the Dark Knight came out, I saw it 5 times in theaters. Yeah, sometimes alone, sometimes with people. I think part of the reasons is because it's the greatest superhero movie ever made. And the other part is because I was dying for it to beat Titanic, and for some reason I thought my 4 extra trips were going to push it over the edge there. It was not so.
You are too loyal a fan.
But I do not regret. I mean, it made me a Batman fan. I never really cared for Batman. I never really cared for DC comics in general. I was always a Marvel guy, and then those that movie brought me over. I mean, and I'm interested to see how they're going to try and top it. I read that Bane, they're taking like he's a more physically damaging. He's the man who physically breaks Batman, as opposed to Heath Ledger's Joker, who is the psychologically damaging villain. And I'm more inclined to the psychologically damaging villain, but I'm interested to see. Like, there's nothing better than an awesome villain, which is my criticism of the newest iteration of the Last Airbender TV show. Is that in the original you had
that's a good point.
you developed like Zuko and Iroh along with Aang and Katara and Sokka, and parallel storylines, and you grew to think of Zuko as an actual character. And then watching the newest one, Legend of Korra.
Well, I mean that show was kind of, kind of wanted to. I mean, if there were to be any
Can you sit down?
Well, I think better standing up.
Okay.
I could try sitting down.
I don't know if you're not on the patio right now, so.
All right, but I mean that show didn't want to like paint a picture of black and white morality. That show
It was very ambiguous, and even like its protagonist had was ambiguous.
Like I mean the whole show. I mean you're taken along with Aang as he learns what it means to be an avatar. Which is really just being like the most righteous person possible. I mean because like the avatar has a great amount of power and a great amount of responsibility, and
with great power comes great responsibility, I've heard.
Yeah. And he has to learn, what it is to be, righteous, because his responsibility is to, maintain that balance. Or
originally he shirks from his avatar duties because he's 12 and he doesn't want to be the avatar. So it was they developed him really well, and I really loved what was going on with him. But Zuko.
Well, actually, no, you're not even told you're the avatar till you're like 16. That's why. They had to tell him like.
They had to tell him early?
Yeah, they had to tell him prematurely.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, you don't have to wait.
No, that's completely untrue.
I'm
1,000% sure that's untrue.
Okay, I trust you. But what about like
he was like
Roku?
He was thrown into it early. Like he had to because of the impending war, he had to train and.
That's what I'm saying.
Learn to grow up early, but normally you're told as soon as it's discovered.
What about Roku?
The firebender who came before him?
Yeah, he was like he was known for some time.
I don't know what you're saying.
He was known to be the avatar for some time by like the fire monk guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't told till he was like 16.
Well, maybe they didn't want to tell him.
I'm pretty sure they had to.
It's a personal choice. Listen, I'm
wait till he was of age.
It's
a person. I'm gonna break thousands of years of tradition because I'm not feeling it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, watching Korra, they told her when she was like 4 years old.
Korra.
And Korra's lame, man. Korra, as an avatar, she's lame. She's like a very flat, standard protagonist, and the antagonist is as flat as Get Out. Like, interesting, and like there's like a definite backstory, but I feel like it's a backstory that's not going to surprise me at all. And the funny thing is, like, in the original show, you had the Fire Nation, which wasn't evil, but they I would say they were like genuine bad guys, and they weren't even painted that strongly as bad guys. Like you said, like Zuko is a Fire Nation guy you end up supporting, and you love Uncle Iroh, and there's like comedy and humor in the bad guys. In this iteration so far, Korra, the bad guys are equalists who are sort of revolting against what they call like the Bender elite. And honestly, like, I could see myself being a non-bender and supporting their cause and being sympathetic with it. And but they're painted as like completely evil, like faceless, villains. And it's kind of interesting how they have an opportunity there to like actually raise questions about equality, whereas in the previous version, they had like genuine villains and they made them more human.
Yes, that is a fair analysis of Avatar: Last Airbender.
It's a really good show.
QWERTY originally came about because the keyboard layout before it, which was A through Z, alphabetical, right, became too easy for the typists, and the typists were typing too fast, and as a result, they
keyboards are getting jammed, or
the early typewriters were getting jammed. So, this guy, who must have thought he was brilliant, just simply put the most common letters as far away as possible from each other. And
now we divide the system. Are you sure that's not a urban legend? That sounds like it could be an urban legend.
Well, yes, it was found out off the internet. But it was a pretty extensive site off the history of keyboards.
Oh.
So I don't know who would make a perverted history of keyboard website on their own spare
someone
time.
Hilarious, or someone who has like harbored a grudge against the QWERTY system for like some time and wants to like install a new method.
Yeah, but no, I want to think about like if it was just someone trying to be hilarious. Only he would get that joke.
Yeah.
And only he would
But
know
isn't that the best kind of joke?
Would it be like, oh my god, it would grow over time so much. You just feed off of it and replenish.
Didn't you have a topic that you brought up before I was?
Oh right, mannerisms that you take from other people.
Yeah.
I do this quite a lot, and I have been doing this.
Same.
It's I don't think my particular speech pattern mimics anyone too closely, but it's
I know there are phrases that you used to
right,
use that I
mannerisms.
find myself using often.
Yeah, and with me, it's kind of like it's more facial expressions and particular phrasings. Like I recently picked up from one of the teachers at Gulf High School this profound emphasis on the consonant T. So like
You've always kind of had that.
no tent.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Tent.
stupid.
Yeah, I kind of have that, but it was much more exaggerated than mine. Maybe it's 'cause he did the same thing when he was my age, but now 'cause he's like 40, he's developed it.
Well, I know that like from you, I've picked up. I don't think facial, but mainly just expressions. Like I can't think of any right now.
Holy, what the
hell? There's an air horn
Look,
factory.
check. What is going on? Is this a senior prank? A raid on Patio 77.
Them bastards. We were hacked by Porch 352 on Facebook the other day, so
Porch 352.
this may be them. God, I had something to say pertaining to what you had to say, and I completely lost it. It was pretty decent.
Well, where did you have it last?
You just keep talking, and I'll go into my place and see if I can.
That's
catch
usually the thinking process I use when I forget about things.
Oh, I must have picked it up from you. Oh, here it was typing. Like when I type, instead of using the space bar, I usually use the enter bar.
Oh, right, on
like
IMing.
in instant messaging. I like the style of it creates in my talking.
Oh yeah,
because
you picked up that from me.
Yeah,
that's
what I was going. But like, because normally in conversation, I often pause in the middle
exactly
of sentences.
It's like a virtual dialect, honestly.
Yeah, like I always try and type in text exactly how I talk, and you know, sometimes it looks weird, but I do it anyway. And yeah, it's and I picked that up from Tyler. Because he used to do that on Skype.
Yeah.
Or still does, I guess. I don't know. He
Well,
hasn't been on Skype in ages.
Yeah, Skype escapes me because the internet escapes me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been managing. You know, I've been finding ways to occupy myself, and you know, it's not the end of the world. It is close, darn close to a modern commodity, but not quite. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like I don't know.
Well, actually, what is the definition of commodity? Is it like a necessity, like a common necessity?
Well, I don't know. Like, I know today, like, I don't know. I hate this time period, and I hate a lot of the technology of this time period. But today, Tyler had to use my phone to make a phone call, and when it wasn't in my hands or in my pocket where I could constantly keep checking it or just fiddling with it, I was like suffering distracting withdrawal.
Right. Distracting withdrawal. I fucking hate that.
And I hate texting. I hate it. It's an effort.
You know, when texting started to become popular, and if you asked people that.
Well, we have a phone call. How apropos. We're going to take this phone call. Probably has to do with some logistical matters. Oh.
No, if you talk to the people I used to be friends with, well, I still never mind.
Yeah.
When texting was becoming, the way to communicate, you would know, right, that I protested the hell out of it. I thought it was well, I probably wouldn't have expressed it this way then, but a degradation of
Communication.
the God.
Purity.
Not value, but something like value of socialization, like interaction.
Yeah, I didn't
And-
get a phone till later than most youths. My parents wanted to wait until I was in high school to give me a phone.
Yeah.
And I wanted one so bad until then. I was always using, my best friend Danny's to text people and stuff like that. And then as soon as I got it, I hated it since the day I got it.
Yeah.
But when it's taken away from me, I freak out a little.
Yeah, I mean, like when texting first became popular, I'm like, hey, listen, you can easily say with either a voice message, and now that's becoming popular.
That
That's
walkie-talkie
funny.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like now there's this thing. It's pretty much like texting, but with a voice message. And I talked about that, and I said, hey, just a simple phone call, and you just sit down and actually talk for more than a minute and say everything that you would say in that 30 text messages.
I hate talking on the phone too, though. I also hate talking to people in person.
Well,
So- No, that's not true. I like talking to people in person. Certain people, not Republicans.
same to a degree.
You seem louder than me.
Same.
No.
Yeah,
Turn.
I'm a little louder.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, well,
We're gonna take a break.
no, we're not. We're just gonna keep talking because we're professionals and we don't take breaks.
No, I think a professional thing to do would be to take a break.
Why is that?
Well, because that way they don't hear like, oh, look how loud I am. I love it.
I did it while you were talking. You didn't even realize.
I did. I watched you.
Yeah, but I thought you were zoned out.
I never zoned out. I'm always in the zone. Out.
Auto Zone. That's shout out for Patio 727 conglomerate. We
Yeah.
own Auto Zone.
We do own AutoZone.
Here, Patio 727.
You know what's kind of
Really.
fucked up is by my house. Well, not that. By my house, whatever. There's like
You're loud.
there's an AutoZone, and literally directly next to it, there's like an advanced auto parts, like not across the street, not like a block down the way, right goddamn next to it.
Yeah.
And every time it blows my mind. I'm like, what's the planning there? Even if it's the same owner.
It's capitalism.
It's hilarious. I mean, I get like how there's like a cluster of fast food places because you have to choose your favorite, but right next to each other, it's ridiculous. I have a topic. I announced this to Facebook the other day. Tyler doesn't have a Facebook
Or internet.
but I'd like to declare this is the first official Patio 77 war on Johnny Depp.
What do you like that? TJ's epic troll.
I think he's a fraud. I don't think he's a good
like,
actor.
I want to wage the first ever YouTube war on you. Teroja.
I don't know,
whatever
dude.
the
I
fucking name
don't
is.
watch that pretentious asshole.
I used to watch him like 6th grade.
Yeah. I don't think I was an atheist in 6th grade. I was probably
Oh, not 6th grade. Probably like 9th grade.
Yeah.
I remember it was the first grade of like
Free thought.
particular school, but right.
So it was probably 9th grade. But
Yeah.
I mean, what's the attraction? You know, I think Johnny Depp is every preteen girl and guy's first favorite actor because they don't know any better. And I'm not saying I'm better than them. He was my favorite actor probably all throughout middle school. I don't know why. You know,
Exactly.
I'm really trying to think about it now. I hadn't even seen him in my favorite Johnny Depp movie, which is Donnie Brasco, yet. But I was there repping that Johnny Depp. Or I said Johnny Brasco, Donnie Brasco. Forget about it. Yeah, no, I hate you, Johnny Depp. What are you? You know, you do these.
What about 21 Jump Street, the show?
Yeah, great show,
That's
fantastic show. If you want some actual quality Johnny Depp time, go back to the '80s and watch 21 Jump Street.
He was so young as an actor, though. You think that's his best work?
I would say his best work is
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. I also watched Public Enemies, which is pretty good. Like, he's pretty decent when he's playing straightforward roles. I'd say the exception is Edward Scissorhands. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But you know, Donnie Brasco, he's a cop, great in that. 21 Jump Street, he's a cop, great in that. Public Enemies, he's an outlaw, but you know, great at that. And then you get into the bullshit roles. Fucking Charlie or Willy Wonka, the Mad Hatter, Jack Sparrow. I mean, seriously, first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, probably one of my favorite.
I
movies
swear to
of all
God,
time.
we get into the Pirates of the Caribbean every patio.
Do
And
we really?
We make the same conversation about it every freaking time.
I don't think that's true. I think I just talk about this a lot.
No, we're not talking about Pirates of the Caribbean
All right,
any
well,
longer.
okay. The point is, we hate Johnny Depp. We're calling you out, Johnny. Give us a call if you want to work something out. I hate you. Next time you do a Tim Burton movie, I'm going to make a threat on your life. I'm joking. I hate you too, Tim Burton. Fuck you and your quirky, dark visions of fantasy worlds that should be imagined otherwise.
Of course, Nathan is thinking of the publicity that a Johnny Depp confrontation or a Tim Burton confrontation would produce.
Look how quiet you are.
Yeah, I don't know why that. I don't know why that is.
I swear, man, we are the least professional.
We are the least professional of.
Like, look it up, man. Look it up.
Oh, that's your fault. That's your fault.
Oh,
damn
yeah,
it.
I'm sure it's my fault.
It's the you
It's
did
always
something
my
with the
fault.
mixer.
I did something with the mixer. You assume just because my foot is like resting on top of the mixer that I did something to it?
Whoa!
Look how loud I am now.
It's me. Or is it?
Or is it? Oh, asshole.
Ha 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 ha.
Turn yourself down.
Yes. Patio 727 drama. It's gold, I know.
It gets pretty contentious behind the scenes. Contentious
It
between me and Tyler. You should see the arguments we get into before an episode on what topics we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And
the facetiosity demonstrated is appalling.
All right, do you have another topic?
Yes. Mr. Teacher G said that my IA would be fantastic. I replied, which type of fan? The one on the ceiling or the vertical ones like in Miss Belknap's room? Joseph died.
That is just the funniest joke I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that on that topic.
Yes. That is that on that topic. Topicorial humor is bad.
I hate topical humor. don't you guys hate topical humor? Don't you think it's like selling out to the generation?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't even think our audience wants to hear about this. I mean, I think everyone is in unison that they hate topical humor. I mean, it's kind
I don't think that's true.
It's kind
at
of everyone
all.
that there's a lot of people that hate the condemnation of topical humor because it's so beyond them,
Beyond them.
or they're beyond it, because they're so beyond it.
Have you ever seen Facebook, dude? It's like every single post is topical humor.
Well, I choose not to live in that realm.
Right. We have special guests arriving. Maybe we'll do an interview. Special guests in the building. We got Nikki G and Charles Weiss in the house. Maybe we'll do an interview in a bit. For right now, we're going to finish up on this topic, topical humor, how much we hate it.
Yes, and how beyond it we are.
We're beyond it. I don't think anyone else is beyond it.
Who? What?
Like, I don't know, dude. I see a lot of topical humor. You were making a topical humor joke today about that immigration stuff.
Well, I was beyond it. I honestly don't know the joke that you're referencing.
You referenced South Park.
Oh, that you said
South
it was
Park
topical
is,
humor.
I hate the South Park.
You don't
so
even know what
much.
the show, the episode, or the joke was about.
This was just a lead-in, so I could bash South Park.
Okay.
I hate it so much.
He hates South Park. I don't think he's watched more than 5 episodes.
Oh, I haven't even watched that. I don't need to.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, we.
It can get clever hell. It can get dumb as hell, but it can also get
The
clever
Simpsons
as hell.
Is the animated show of choice.
In their prime, I mean.
Yeah.
The Simpsons. The Simpsons, I mean, in their 30-year span, definitely had some golden years going on.
And you know what partially ruins South Park?
What is that?
South Park fans.
Oh, yeah, I have
Just
to agree
like
with you.
Family Guy fans. Like, I didn't watch Family Guy for the longest time, even though it's a relatively funny show, mainly because I hated, like, the diehard fans of Family Guy who wore, like, Stewie shirts and would just do their imitation voices, and it would drive me the fuck crazy. See, if I want to laugh, I put on a homemade abortion.
You put on a homemade abortion?
I put on a homemade abortion.
What do you mean by this? Do you like get a videotape of an abortion?
No, a
VCR?
private clinic in the back of my van.
Okay. Don't do that.
They come in. They're crying. Some of them don't even want to give up the baby. I convinced them to. The other day there was a mother. She was 28 years old. She made $200,000 a year. She lived in a mansion. She had plenty of means to support a baby. What I did is I had free diapers on the back of my van. She came in, and through use of forceful coercion, I convinced her that giving up the baby would be the best thing, because at the point that I had beat her to, it would be retarded.
I thought you were going to say, like, she was like a millionaire because she just gave up so many babies to embryo research.
She got rich off abortion.
I thought you were leading in with that.
Yeah, that would be great. All right. No, I like. Hey, can we keep it down in the audience? Got a studio audience in here.
Whatever.
Can we get a hey-o from the studio audience? Hey-o! Studio audience. Gotta love it. Our fame. Yeah, I said.
Hey-o.
All right. No, I like funny shows with real people, like Arrested Development, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and not 2.5 Men. If you watch a show with canned laughter, you could go to hell.
Or die.
Or die.
Which is much worse.
Because it's real.
death
Except
is just an illusion, dude. Death is just an illusion.
death is just the next great adventure, in the words of Albus Dumbledore.
Yeah, I think Gandalf had like a better anecdote on it, but
Yeah, well, that's because he didn't die. Came back. No, the thing about canned laughter is it's stupid. Except there's one exception. There's two exceptions.
what is that?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, I think the audience is in concurrence with that.
And That 70s Show.
That's 70. I didn't.
Those are the only two shows where I can put up with the canned laughter.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's bullcrap. God, they used to show 2.5 Men before It's Always Sunny was on FX, like reruns, and like I watched it once because I wanted to know if I was actually missing out, you know. And it literally the least funny half hour of my life, and you know, I've seen March of the Penguins, and that was funnier. That was funnier. I mean, Morgan Freeman narrated that shit, and I was cracking up. And it's pretty hard not to take him seriously. But Morgan Freeman is funnier than 2.5 Men. I'm just saying. He is.
Morgan Freeman pisses me off, man. Just Morgan Freeman.
Is this our second war? Are we declaring war on Morgan Freeman?
Let's do it.
Fuck you, Morgan Freeman. You know, you think you can have that distinguished voice and then go around banging every other, you know, lady, hurting your hand in some accident where you're probably intoxicated, just because you have a voice and bizarre old man freckles does not mean you have rights to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, I did not appreciate your narration on one of the Science Channel series on the cosmos.
Yeah, what was up with that?
I mean, honestly, I just thought it was goofy.
It was goofy, man.
I'm not here for the theater, okay? I'm here for
Cosmos.
Cosmos, exactly.
Cosmopolitans, and you can't make them.
Yeah, cosmopolitans. I do not drink, make them, know anything about that. I don't know what I'm talking about them.
Shit is what it is.
Yes. Anyway, I think there's like aluminum zirconium in freaking deodorant, and I'm pretty sure I am suspicious of it.
We talked about this last week.
Oh, damn it. All right, well.
Why don't we just talk about it in person?
I cannot distinguish.
Did I tell you guys that story? Well, that one time I went to the beach and did I tell you that I went to the beach and I had that deodorant that was like giving me a crazy allergic reaction?
Yes.
Yeah, so we probably did talk about it.
Yes.
If
I remember one time my friend D went out to the beach, did the sunscreen thing, except in his armpits. I mean, who does sunscreen there? And he fell asleep with kind of his head on his palms, and he had sunburn exclusively and intensely on his armpits.
That sounds like the most miserable thing in the world. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't understand the logic behind armpits.
Yes. Armpits.
I feel like there's another way we could be constructed that eliminates armpits.
Yes. Patience is the key, my friend.
Patience is a virtue.
Is a virtue. It is also a cliche name for baby girls.
Because they want them to wait till they're 18 before they have sex.
I never interpreted it as that, honestly, but seems fair enough.
Yeah, I guess I'm relatively impatient.
Mm.
And if I'm probably more internally impatient. Externally, I'll keep my cool, but I'll be done and pissed off internally within 10 seconds tops.
All right, I have an idea. We're gonna do quick round questions. It's simple, one-word answers. We just ask each of the audience members. So it's 3, 4, and then we'll even ask it to the host.
I'm a host.
Well, to the hosts.
I'm a host.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
host
start
this
off.
show. This is my show.
We're gonna start off the question. We just gotta think of one question to. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll hand you the
I'm
mic.
gonna
You
hand
have
that. I'm gonna
to
hand
make
the
sure you
audience
get
members the
right
mic.
up in the mic. It doesn't
Yeah,
really pick it up.
like.
Yeah, you got to make out with this
Yeah.
thing. It's pretty hard.
Okay. Hell.
actually.
Best movie in the last 2 months you've seen. Okay.
Best movie you've seen in the last 2 months. You should probably hand him the mic. This is Charles Weiss.
All right, this is Charles Wise.
Wise.
Favorite movie last 2 months? I'm probably gonna have to say either The Shining or this documentary Zeitgeist. One of the two.
All right, round of applause for Charles and The Shining and Zeitgeist. Say your name.
My name's Nicole. Do I have to say my last name?
Not if you don't want to.
I prefer not to. Okay.
But it,
oh God, what have I even watched in the past 2 months?
Nicole's an immigrant. We gave Charles more than one word.
Yeah, Charles got more than one word. He's freaking.
Charles got 2 answers and thinking words on top of that.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with the James and the Giant Peach because that's the only one I can remember that I've seen recently.
I love James and the Giant Peach is a fantastic movie. It's one of the most terrifying movies of my childhood. But it's pretty great.
The Avengers. That is all.
All right. Is it my turn?
It's my turn.
All right, it's Tyler's turn.
Hell, I saw Spartacus. That was
That-
pretty good.
Let's see. I've seen a lot of movies. I would say the movie that I enjoyed the most would be Crazy Stupid Love, which is a romantic comedy, starring Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, and Ryan Gosling is so hot. I was like literally attracted to him in this movie. I think Julianne Moore and Emma Stone were the 2 lady roles. I'm kind of a sucker for romantic comedies, semi-decent romantic comedies. I also saw this movie, The Station Agent, which was really good. It was about this dwarf who is left like this piece of property on like some old train station, and he moves out there to be alone. But he befriends like this douchebag from New Jersey and some crazy artist lady, and it's just a pretty enjoyable film. It stars Peter Dinklage, who Pete Dinklage is one of my favorite dwarves. Plays Tyrion in Game of Thrones. Pretty great show. So that's my answer to that question.
Yes. Tyrion in Game of Thrones is an interesting character. I'm sure Nathan would love
Oh, I
to
could
go
talk
on
for
about
hours about Tyrion. Oh God, my boy, the inner conflict in him, man. We could spend days deliberating, but I think the audience is more entertained by this questions game that you got going on. So why don't you?
I kind of wanted to talk about Tyrion, but
all right, let's talk about Tyrion. I'll talk about Tyrion.
let's talk about Tyrion.
The thing about Tyrion is I have a lot more Tyrion knowledge than you do.
Oh, I know. I just want to hear your opinion on Tyrion.
All right. Well, I think out of the characters that George R.R. Martin created in his Game of Thrones series, Tyrion is the second best. He's my favorite character, but I think he's the second best character created. The first best being Jaime Lannister. Tyrion Lannister is he's a member of this extremely wealthy royal family, but he's sort of the runt of the litter. He's a dwarf, and he's incredibly looked down upon, and he outwardly sends like sort of a message of equality and like how we treat those deformed, but inner conflict. He's got father issues up the wazang. he's sort of one of those cynical romantics, who is cruel to hide his relatively soft shell, but he's honestly, I think he just wants friendship, acceptance, and I wouldn't call him power hungry. I think he just wants to be respected, and I think he's incredibly clever, and he's willing to do whatever it takes. He's not the most honorable guy, but he's self-aware as well. He knows the decisions he makes, and he's a really good judge of character. So Tyrion, yeah, great dwarf. There's some pretty heartbreaking stuff that goes on with him in the where are we? What Game of Thrones? Jaime Lannister, though, I think is a better character because you, reading the books and watching the show, you absolutely despise him originally, and then by the time you get to the fourth book, he's probably one of your favorites. So that's why. What?
Wow.
Were you commenting?
I just said wow.
Yeah, he's just give you the basics of this guy. He's ancestral. He loves to have sex with his sister. He pushed a 9-year-old boy out of a window, crippling him for the rest of his life. And he's extremely arrogant. He's a total asshole, and he's also the Kingslayer. He killed a king that he was sworn to protect when his back was turned. And these are the facts all presented to you. And I despised Jaime Lannister, and here I am, and now I love Jaime Lannister. So there's that.
So vote Jaime Lannister.
Vote Jaime Lannister, Student Council
King.
2012. All right, we're gonna surprise you guys with a little special treat. We got another exclusive interview. Hopefully you enjoyed last week's interview with Spencer Baxter. Now we got Charles Wise. How you guys doing? How you guys? Charles plural. How are you doing, Charles?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's only one person on the end of the mic, but I'm doing good, Nathan. How about you?
I'm doing pretty swell. What's on your mind today? Walk us through the life.
Well, I guess lately I've just been listening to music, catching up on music. I was actually listening to The Far Side, Tyler, when you were playing it the other day. I went back and listened to one of their albums, so that's what I've been doing lately.
Have you heard the new Absol album yet?
I haven't heard the whole album, but I've heard some songs, and I really like what I hear.
Yeah, I've been trying to get through it. I keep getting through the first half and then running out of time, but it's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
What about what are your thoughts on Mac Lethal?
Mac Lethal, I think he's a lot more diverse than people give him credit for, because people know him from his pancake raps, or he knows him from all the fast raps he does or whatever,
Yeah.
but he's got a lot of other songs and other concepts that he touches on.
Yeah, I have his entire discography, and it's pretty fantastic. I think I saw actually in a status that he posted, is he signing to Strange? Is that rumored, or is that...
I thought he was being serious, but it turns out he was just, he was joking. He was just pulling everyone's leg.
Because I could see him doing that, because I know he heartily supports Tech 9, and they're both from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Tech 9's from Kansas City, yeah. What I love about Mac Lethal is he's a self-aware indie rapper. He mocks indie rap within his own indie rap.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks, though, because I heard him saying that he wasn't going to rap for too long because he doesn't want to be 40 years old rapping to get by. So
I can understand that. He's he's pretty opinionated, and he never bullshits. He follows through on his opinions, and I don't know. My favorite rapper is still Slug from Atmosphere, but Mac Lethal's working his way up there.
Yeah, Mac's dope, but I don't listen to him a lot. Mostly what I listen to, I mean, you already know a lot of it, but I've been listening to a lot more 90s and 80s rap lately. KRS-One, Talib Kweli,
I love that dude.
Most Def, that's what I've been trying to broaden my music taste.
Do you like Black Star?
Yes.
Yeah, I I've started listening to them a bit more. It's pretty incredible. What about Tribe? What are your views on the Tribe?
Do you mean Tribe Called Quest?
Yes.
Yeah, I like Tribe Called Quest a lot, actually. I just, now that I have a Pandora, I can listen to them whenever I want, but before, since I just had a little shitty MP3 that only had like 2 gigs of memory, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pandora, I know like Tyler sort of looks down on Pandora, but
he's the one who suggested it to me.
Yeah, he's come around. He's changed his mind on the Pandora. I love Pandora. See, I'm saying I can say whatever I want about Tyler right now because he doesn't have a mic. So. Another thing about Tyler, he supports Reaganomics, and Homecoming is his favorite event of the year. He
School event or just event?
Event period.
Oh.
He's getting a haircut. His least favorite guitarist is Jimi Hendrix. He thinks that Jimi Hendrix gets way too much rep just because he's dead. Instead, he chooses to support the likes of someone else. Fish, the best band. He believes that Fish is the best band in existence. You know who I hate? Kurt Cobain. Is anybody with me there?
Well, is Charles with you there? Cause you
no,
were
I don't
ranting.
hate. I don't hate Kurt Cobain. I like Nirvana, but I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate Kurt Cobain either.
Okay.
I read a suicide note. It was pretty accurate.
I didn't read it, so I don't know.
But yeah, he. I don't know. I just don't like the. Not only do I not like the sound of Nirvana, but I think they get an undue amount of fame, just because of Brad. I'm being prompted to Brad. That's sublime. Kurt. Well, anyway, I'm here to interview Charles. Charles, how do you feel about the longevity of staplers?
I don't know how I feel about longevity of staplers. I guess I prefer when it's more mom and pop kind of stores. I think a lot of big corporations shouldn't have the power that they do. So
I'm talking about good old
sorry and
fashioned
shit. That was
staplers.
completely off.
No,
staplers.
Charles. Yes.
Oh, staplers. I don't really use staplers, so I'm impartial.
The longevity of staplers is a motif in the 727 dialogue. Continue.
All right, longevity of staplers. I don't know, as long as they keep doing their job well.
Yeah, and don't
they should stick around.
Don't they keep doing their job well?
I guess so, yeah.
They're pretty
Have
solid.
we come up with something more efficient yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh, in that case, keep them around.
All right, let's talk about.
Or get something more efficient.
Let's talk about foreigners.
Oh, foreigners.
Foreigner. Foreigner, the band. Let's talk about Foreigner.
I don't know the band.
They have that one song, You Don't Have to Put on the Red Light, Roxanne.
I don't know if I've heard that.
No, that's by the Police. I was just testing your Foreigner knowledge there.
I don't know shit.
Well, they have that one song, You're As Cold as Ice, You're Ezra in His Sacrifice.
Oh.
Hero.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't really listen to them, so.
All right. Neither do I. Let's talk about foreigners.
All right, foreigners in general.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with foreigners.
What's your favorite foreigner?
My favorite kind of foreigner?
Favorite foreigner personally?
Oh, my favorite foreigner personally? Does Umar count?
No, I don't like him.
Well, I was just wondering if he count.
No, he counts if you want him to count.
I was gonna say, well, I don't know who else is like an actual foreigner. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, then Dylan. Oh yeah, then definitely Dylan.
Dylan's your favorite foreigner?
Yeah, I forgot he was from the UK.
You know who my favorite foreigner is?
Who?
None of them. I'm anti-immigration.
What? What?
I'm anti-immigration, so
Oh, you're
I don't like
anti-immigration.
any foreigners.
I'm not.
I'm not. I'm just joshing you. I don't know any foreigners except the foreigners that I do know, which I don't like to quantify foreigners. Qualify with it. Quantify. I don't like to pick out foreigners. You know.
All right, that's interesting.
And say they're my favorite. You know, so shame on you for saying that you have a favorite foreigner, because you know what, I love all foreigners.
All right, I'm sorry.
And Americans.
If anything, I hate Americans. I hate them more than foreigners.
Yeah, same. Well, I don't know. Like, sometimes I really love this country for the convenience of it. You know, I was born here,
Yeah.
so that's
yeah.
convenient.
I like the idea of America. I hate what America is.
See, the thing is, like, I'll bitch about America constantly, from everything from its political system to like nutrition,
Yeah.
to its a lot of the fascist laws that seem to be
yeah.
popping up now and then.
Don't get me wrong. I could have been born in a crappier country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'll diss America forever, but I don't know if I'll ever leave America, because I've been to foreign countries, and I was like, damn, I wish I was in America. No one here speaks English. No, that's closed-minded.
If there was another country out there that I could get citizenship fairly easily, and it was a lot better off in a lot of ways. Look at Finland's education. You know, I'd like to go somewhere like that, but you know.
See, I'm all about France, except they would be.
Did the socialists just win the election? I saw.
Yeah. I don't know. I love their they're very open-minded, and you know, they don't take bullshit stuff seriously. Like, I'm sure if they had a fantastic president, and he got a blowjob from an office assistant, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But in, you know, prude America,
Yeah.
we impeach our fantastic presidents for blowjobs. Yeah, France. Except the only thing about France is they're very there's a heavy anti-American sentiment, and I don't speak French, and I've heard that not many French speak English, so I would have to go with like either the Netherlands, or like maybe being like a sheep farmer in like Northern Ireland. I could see myself farming sheep.
That'd be interesting if you ended up going that route.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to go to Ireland though.
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of Ireland, except the alcoholic part. Yeah, no, the Netherlands is pretty fly. You got Amsterdam. I've always sort of seen myself as possibly setting up a dictatorship in like Africa. But I hate Africa. So many tsetse flies, man. Turn your back, and next thing you know, you're getting stung by a tsetse fly. But my least favorite place in the world is a continent and a country, and it's called Australia. And what I hate about Australia is, name one thing in Australia that isn't incredibly deadly.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I can go to Australia because I'm arachnophobic, and they have like fucking all the deadliest spiders.
Yeah.
There, and then they got the deadliest snakes, they got the deadliest fish, they've like everything.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to go there?
You can't swim because there's dangers in the ocean.
Yeah.
You can't live in your house because there's critters in there. You can't live out in the middle of the desert because there's critters in there. Where can you live in Australia? Where is it habitable? Maybe like a sky home, but you know, next thing you know, they'll be getting pterodactyls, and then we'll be screwed. All right. Well, are we coming to our end? Are we coming to the end here?
Yeah, I don't want to hog the mic for an
Yeah.
hour.
Well, we only go for an hour. We don't want to bore all our avid listeners. So we could go longer if you want us to go longer. You wanna conduct another interview with another listener? Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
You guys do an interview?
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. This is Dead Air. Dead Air Radio, where you listen to the sounds of silence. See, it's ironic because I'm pointing out the dead air, so that makes it not dead air. What kind of world do we live in? This is a paradox.
Bullshit. That's what that is. It's kind of the impression I get when I when I see, in my limited seeing experiences, but when I see, some like super, postmodern art where I mean the main its main appeal, to the masses is its
Irony.
yeah, it's irony, and the irony is how, they can possibly justify, complete approaching random formats. No, we're okay. I was just noting how I guess how the simpleton that's not politically correct. What is the
Moron.
shut up. Well, in this case I'm the moron, so how the moron
You're the monkey.
Yeah. How the moron I feel terrible saying that. How the moron views some of this modern
I
art
think
and
simpleton was nicer than moron.
how shut up.
How about plebeian?
Like listen. Listen, in a lot of romantic art, the average Joe, okay, could see it and say, yeah, art is art because it's beautiful. And that's why I like it, because it's beautiful. But now the average Joe says, well, this
totally
art
know
is
what you're
art
saying.
because it's ironic.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting to note. To think of like a change in
I'm not sure if
group
it's
consciousness.
I'm not sure if it's the older I get or if it's like a trend, but I see irony more and more every day. And sometimes I appreciate it and sometimes I do not.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Is
not.
it becoming more
There's- no,
accessible?
There's a lot. I mean, during all the different art periods,
The
there was-
pogroms of the Russian
there was a
Russian
reason.
Revolution.
There was something new, and there was something new that was appealing, and there was a reason why that something new was appealing. I don't know much about art, but I can make the example of Picasso. Post World War I at least, maybe partly post World War II. I don't know anything, but people started to appreciate that those crazy scattered abstractions more after something so climactic as the World Wars. What triggered this appreciation of irony?
Well, I'm reading Catch-22,
Right.
Which I'm not sure when it was written, but I know it takes place during the I believe the Second World War, and it's almost every statement is like irony or paradox or Catch-22, and it's a hilarious book, but it was written a decent while ago.
Yeah, wasn't it like the 20s?
The 20s? No, it's not that old, man. I don't think so. It's too funny.
We're gonna look that up really quick, I think. But the longevity of staplers is
It's like
the most interesting topic
when you're endorsed
by stapler companies,
by staple companies,
such as
such as Staple Inc.,
Monsters Inc.,
Trendy Conclusions Incorporated, Quick Fix Staple, conglomerates, negative imaging, connection process. But enough on those. 1961 is when Catch-22 was written. So in reaction to World War II.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Awesome.
kind of wasn't that one book we read, Candide, filled with irony?
Yeah.
Well, that was written by Voltaire.
I know. The Enlightenment.
That was a long ass time ago. I think new topic. We have yet to have an exclusive musical interlude.
An exclusive musical.
Yeah, you know how
interlude.
sometimes I like to sing a bit of a song.
Ah. Okay.
Do you have any recommendations?
Well.
Welcome, this is a farmhouse. We have cluster flies and lice. This time of year, it's bad. We are so very sorry. There is little we can do but swat them. I never ever seen the northern lights. I never ever heard of cluster flies. I never ever seen the stars so bright. In the farmhouse things will be alright, 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 alright. Joy is over there in her incredible clothes. She has silver silk shimmering down to her toes. I was doing the best that I can, I suppose. But that little girl dancer eventually grows, and she grows. Do 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 do. She grows. Yeah. I can't imagine all the times that we had when we didn't have the voice of the tears that you cried. I was blowing away and thinking inside, but and she cried. Oh, she cried. Happy, happy, all my friends. Blow a candle once again. Leave the presents all behind. Take my hand, and we'll go for a ride backwards down the number line. You were 8 and I was 9. Do you know what happened then? Do you know why we're still friends? Laughing all these many years. We pushed through hardships, tasted tears, made a promise, one to keep. Whoa, whoa, and I can still recite it in my sleep. Every time a birthday comes, grab a friend and sing along. Or whisper words into your ear, or write it down, just don't miss a beat. You decide
All
what
right.
it contains,
That was great.
how
Everyone
long it goes, and it remains. All right, well, that was a montage. We had Farmhouse by Fish, Joy by Fish, and Backwards Down the Number Line by Fish.
Yes. Now, at the very end of our podcast, is a half an hour session of advertisements.
This is Charles Wise, and I listen to Patio 727 because I got nothing better to do during my days.
Endorse us. Endorse us. Dead air.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I listen to Patio 727 whenever I'm over here and they're doing a show.
Stellar
but they're
endorsement.
good when I'm here, so I might start listening to it on a more regular basis, and you should too.
Yeah. Right into the mic. Get a bowl in that microphone.
I'm Alex, and I
No,
listen
all
to
up in it. All up in it. Get up all up in that microphone. Look at how I'm doing this. Look at how I'm doing this. I'm calling a fight right now. All up in there. All right, we are gonna lack an endorsement from Alexandria. because she. All right, we're gonna sign off. This is the end. We gave you guys a little extra. We're gonna play a song. Fuck it.